Welcome back to my 5 favorite people. Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. We're going to be going over a lot of things in this video. The market looks bad. The market looks horrible. Next week looks even worse. There's been a lot of money that's been lost. A lot of people have gotten margin called, and I have sold a lot of things in my portfolio. Am I happy about them? I'm not sure. But in this video, we're going to cover it. If you guys like my personality, if you guys like content like this, please hit that like, subscribe button. Without further more talking, let's go ahead and jump straight into it because we have a lot of things to cover. So I'm going to start off by sharing my screen. It has been a long time since I made a video, you guys. I will definitely give you guys that. It's been a while since I made a video. I've had a lot going on, and we're coming to the end of the semester for school, so I've been stressed everywhere trying to get finals in. But let's talk about the market. That's what we're here for. As you guys can see, my portfolio, what was it, 3 weeks ago, was at $50,000. $50,000. 3 weeks later, we're down $7,000. So what happened? I'm going to start the video off by saying this. The market looks horrible. So I'm sure a lot of you guys' portfolio is looking absolutely disgustingly horrible. Looks like it's literally bleeding. It looks like someone just got their car taken from them in the 12th grade. You know, it looks horrible. There's a lot of blood in the streets. Now, what does that look like next week? I know a lot of you guys have probably heard, I know you guys also watch other YouTubers, but I'm trying to keep this from just myself. I'm not trying to. I've stopped watching other YouTubers. Now, I did because I was just like, what's going on in the market? So I didn't watch like the small YouTuber. I watched like much bigger, like Steven and all those people. Like I watch those people. I just want to see what is happening. And as everyone knows, Nvidia has earnings coming up, and just to put it out there, almost everything is owning Nvidia. I mean, just take a look at my portfolio. QQQI has Nvidia. Maggie, that's the Magnificent 7 tech stocks. WPAY, it holds stocks it holds Nvidia. It literally holds Nvidia. On top of it, it holds stocks that hold Nvidia. Chippy, that'll still take a hit because that's technology. That's going to take a hit no matter what. HOW. Yeah, potentially, it definitely probably could, because I'm sure Robinhood definitely, owns some Nvidia, and you guys know this is leveraged. So PLTW, now not just Nvidia, but Palantir themselves, they aren't doing too well. They had a little drop. Magnificent 7. My entire portfolio is based off of a tech sector. Well, not tech sector in general. WPAY is not tech sector. QQQI just pretty much just index. Dividend paying ETF. But where I'm going with this is that there's going to be a massive earning next week. And I just want to let you guys know, if Nvidia misses their earnings, or even if Nvidia, goes over and beyond their earnings and the market drops, that could be potentially what sends this market into a huge downward bleeding slope. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let's take a look at this. I know you guys don't like to talk about crypto, but I want you guys to see something really quick. We're going to go to coin market cap. I just want to show you guys something. And this is actually very major. And I don't like to bring crypto into the aspect of things, but I just want to talk about this. A lot of you guys know Bitcoin has it had to hold its 50-day or 50-week moving average, and it's the first week that it has held below that 50-week moving average was below it. It did not hold above. Now, what does that signify? That signifies that we are maybe entering into a bear market, not if we were already into a bear market and we've already hit our tops. Let's take a look. First thing right here, fear and greed index. Now, I know this is the crypto fear and greed index. We will talk about the stock fear and greed index here in a second. But I just want you guys to see, we are in extreme fear. And why does that matter? Why does extreme fear matter? Because first off, this is just for crypto. Why are we in extreme fear? If we take a look at the S&P 500, we are at all-time highs right now. Look at this. Let's take a look at the 5-year chart. We are at all-time highs right now. This is a little bit drop. Look at this. Little bitty drop. Look at this. A little bitty hockey stick drop. It doesn't even compare to what we seen in October or what we seen back in April. We're at a little bit drop, but we're in extreme fear right now. Why is that? And there's so much going on because first off, you guys know I preached the rate cuts on here. We've had 2 rate cuts this year. We were supposedly, there was a 50% chance we were going to get another rate cut here in December. I think it's December 10th. I think the FOMC meeting is December 10th. Now we are less than 50% chance of getting that rate cut. We're at a 43% chance of getting rate cuts next month. Why does that matter? It matters a lot. Let me tell you, it matters a lot because first off, inflation is rising. Jobs are declining. AI, literally our entire US market is dependent on AI. And right now, next week is not looking good because if the entire market crashes, that's going to be the one thing that literally drops us and sends us into this huge downward slope. Because look at the crypto fear and greed index. Bitcoin has been hovering around all-time highs for weeks on weeks on weeks in. And guess what? We took a huge drop. In the past 7 days, we are down 9%. Right now, we are literally one catalyst away, one Trump tweet away from literally this market just dropping and us going into a huge bear market. And this is not just for crypto, this is for stocks as well because we are so over leveraged in the AI industry industry that if one bad thing happens, we are dropping. No one can talk any bad stuff about Trump's tariffs or he sends out a tweet and it drops the market. We got Jerome Powell that doesn't want to cut interest rates. We have, the Epstein files going on. Like, there's so much happening right now. There's so much sentiment happening in the market. And it's just like, I'm tired of it, to be honest. Like, I'm absolutely drained. I'm saying this from not the stock side. I'm saying this from the crypto side. I've been holding crypto now for 3 years. Since the last bear market I've been buying, I rode my way up. Yes, I was on a Bitcoin maximum. Guess what? I'm not in profit anymore. I was in profit, but I was like, okay, we're following the 4-year cycle. That's before everyone said, hey, we're out. We're not following the 4-year cycle. Because if you guys look a year ago, every YouTuber said, oh my gosh, October, November, December is going to be time that we absolutely pump to the moon. We see gains we've never seen in our life. Now they're saying we're not following the 4-year cycle. The next thing they say, oh, we're following gold. Whenever gold drops, the crypto market drops. Oh, now they're saying that we're following the N2 money supply. It's always something new. We're chasing something new, you guys. And it's just like, I'm tired of it. I'm drained from it. It's exhausting. And I'm saying this from a crypto perspective. I'm not talking about stocks just yet. I'm showing crypto. I'm saying this to say if something happens major where we get Bitcoin below, if Bitcoin hits $90,000, I will be selling my crypto. Just to be very transparent, I have about $45,000, around $50,000. It's almost the exact same as in my stock accounts inside of crypto. I will be selling my crypto positions if Bitcoin hits 90,000. The reason for that being is because if 2 or 3 weeks pass by and we hold under that 50-week moving average, we are going to be entering a bear market. Now, will it be as strong as the other bear markets where Bitcoin drops 40, 50, 60%? I do not think so because there's so much institutional value, so much institutional money in the market. Yeah, we may drop to like $75,000, $60,000, and I do think we will rebound. We will have that blow up top. We will have that super catastrophic market where everything just goes crazy, but I don't think it will be now. I think it will be in 2026 whenever quantitative easing happens. And even just saying quantitative easing, a lot of people like to say, last time we had the bull market and all the stimulus checks were coming out and we just had stimulus checks, PPPI loans, just so much money just being printed, the housing market, everything was just going great around the Corona-19 time. I think a lot of people forget how that affected us so badly. And that's why our inflation is so bad today because of what happened there. And I think the government is so slow to push things out because of what we experienced. Now, I'm also on the side, I'm just like, okay, we're in such a bad debt gap. Like, we are in so much debt. It's just like, let's just keep kicking the can farther and farther down the line. Like, more debt's not going to hurt us. We're going to have to literally print our way out of this debt. Trump's tariffs, the stimulus check that he's trying to give us from the tariffs, we don't even have the full funding amount of those tariffs to even give out. And what he said, he's going to give a certain amount in stimulus checks away, and then the rest are going to go toward our debt. It's like, what is it, like $120 million out of the $1 trillion or $1 billion out of the $1 trillion that we are in debt. That's not even like a dent in the soda can. Our market's insane. I got a little off topic. Sorry, you guys, I started ranting right there. But all I'm pretty much saying is that the market's not looking good, and that brings me back to the point, my portfolio's down. And I want to show you guys the main reason my portfolio is down is TSYY. Let's take a look at it. TSYY. I sold TSYY. I sold it. You want to know why I sold it? I didn't get to update you guys because I haven't made a video. This thing was looking just like Ulti. And I should listen to you guys. Literally like 3 months ago, you're like, this thing looks, you guys are telling me it looks just like Ulti. And, I was like, hey, I'm getting the dividends coming in. I'm getting $400, $500 a week. Like this is looking great. This keeps compounding. Last week I was making $470. Now I'm making $512. Like y'all can't tell me nothing. I should have paid the Kanye West channel. Wait till I get, yeah. It didn't look great. Look at the chart. Look at the 3-month chart. This thing is a sinking ship. A sinking literal ship. Look at this. It just kept dropping. So guess what? I sold. But the best part is I was not down that much. I actually, overall, I think I was up $120 when I sold. Let me see. I think I have my sell down here at the bottom. Yeah, right here. I sold for $1,200. And with the dividends, with the amount of dividends that I made from TSYY and how much I was down, it pretty much canceled out. So I made like $120, which is horrible for holding it for 4 months. I made $120. That's horrible. Should have just invested in the index. I know. But, you know, I was like, okay, TSYY is down. I want something that's going to stabilize its NAV, like something that's not going to keep dropping, but something that's also going to pay out some nice, juicy dividends. Maybe not $500 a week, maybe like $350. Guess what I get into? TSLW. I get into TSLW. I'm like, okay, I love Roundhill. Guess what happens? I'm down 12%. I'm down literally 12%. Look at this. 9%. I got in right around here. I got in right at the top. Okay, look at the 1 week. I was like, okay, we're at a nice little dip right here. You know, look at the week before. We're at a nice little dip over here. Let me pick up some shares right around November 8th, you know. Just drops. Just literally drops. I put in $18,000. It drops 12%. I'm like, you know, I have conviction in Tesla, but I'm not going to stomach a 12 to 15% loss in the span of a week and a half. I'm not dumb, I'm not stupid, I'm not slow. So I sold this again. So now I'm just like, you know, look at this. Perfect example. Perfect. 3 days. I bought November 10th, $18,000. I sold November 13th, 3 literal days. I lost $2,000 in 3 days. And now I'm just like, what do I do? The market keeps crashing. I keep saying I'm going to wait to buy because everything is dipping. Look at this. The entire market is just dipping. I'm like, okay, I want to slowly DCA my way into all these little nice discounts, these Black Friday deals we're getting. But the market literally keeps dipping. It looks bad. I don't want to just keep putting my money in and I'm DCAing downward. So every dividend I receive is just literally just covering the NAV that I'm losing. So I'm not even really making money. So that's where we're at, you guys. I'm getting passionate about this stuff because I'm just like, you know, like, I'm not necessarily looking for the growth. I want the income, but also I can't get income if this thing is just deteriorating over time. WPAY, yes, we are down WPAY, but I'm not worried about WPAY. Yeah, I know that some of the underlying stocks in WPAY or the underlying ETFs in WPAY are not the best, but I do believe in WPAY. It is leverage. It is pretty much based off the index itself. It's going to come back up. It may take a little time, but whenever the market actually starts to rebound up, WPAY will also come back up. This is one that I do not plan on selling. I truly enjoy WPAY, and I do truly believe in the WPAY. Now, the ones that I am worried about, Maggie, Mags, Chippy, you know, I'm worried about these. These two right here, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. But these three, I'm not over leveraged with these. Chippy contains about $5,000, $5,300. I'm down 5% at the time of recording. Let's see what else we got. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, Maggie. I have about $3,500. $3,000. I'm down $200, you know? And then Mags, the same thing. I think I'm right at $3,000 as well. So I'm not super over leveraged with this stuff. But where I'm going is that, okay, I'm down 4%. Nothing too crazy. Next week, this can be a deciding factor. Either we drop whenever NVIDIA's earnings come out and we drop to astronomical prices, or we just continue doing what we're doing and we're just waiting for another bigger, you know, sediment to drop us into the negatives and just slow bleed our way out, because right now that's what we're doing. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Now, what am I doing right now in portfolio? What I'm doing and what my strategy is that I sold TSLW, TSYY, and I did not buy anything else. What I did was I dropped my margin, because right now, as you guys can see, margin used $7,449. That's the margin I have left right now. Now, what I'm debating is, should I sell Chippy? Right now, Chippy's sitting at about $5,000. And if NVIDIA misses earnings, this thing could necessarily, it could drop. And I'm just like, you know, I have a perfect time where I'm down 5% instead of being down 20% whenever this thing drops. And I could sell this to get my margin down to about $3,500. Now, with that being said, I am nowhere near getting a margin call. I am 64% away getting any type of margin call. Even if the market I woke up and it had 10% corrections, I am not getting a margin call. I'm $27,000 in the buffer room. I don't have anything to worry about. I'm perfectly fine. I'm great. But the main thing is just that I want I want money to be ready whenever the market drops, and it's going to slow bleed out. Trust me, but it's going to start slow bleeding out. And I want money to be able to pick up these funds at a discounted rate. What I'm saying, I am not getting out my weekly pay ETFs. I love this stuff, you guys. I'm making like $3,000 every single month off of this stuff. But the thing is that I want to be able to purchase at the lows. I don't want to keep buying at the top, and it just keeps dropping every single week. I want to wait for this thing, to slowly start buying. And that's where I'm going to change my strategy. My strategy is going to be a little bit better DCA strategy. I sometimes lump sum buy and I sometimes just DCA, but I've noticed that I've been DCAing at the tops, and I want to kind of DCA a little bit more at the bottom. So I'm going to be looking at news a lot more. I'm going to be making videos a lot more around the news, so that way I know, I'm going to let you guys know exactly when I'm buying things around news, not just simply just buying just to buy. That's gonna be my strategy. I'm going to be buying. This is the funds right here. I don't plan on switching anything up. I'm pretty happy with this. I may drop Chippy's share down a little bit, maybe down like 3,000. May hedge this one down like 3,000. That way, the margin's sitting around 5,000. Nothing to worry about. I don't have to stomach a huge 20% loss on $5,000. I'm gonna ride this thing out. What happens? We drop 20%. Portfolio goes down to about $30,000, but we pick up, look at this, all this stuff right here, levered. We got MAG, nice little weekly pay, or not weekly pay, nice little Magnificent 7 ETF. POTW, we already know this thing, it's going to rebound. Palantir doing fine. Great income strategy. HOW, it's doing great. Robinhood's doing great. Chippy, from YieldMax, semiconductor space, yeah. May play around with that one. WPAY, we're not touching WPAY. Absolutely love WPAY. I love the way it's structured. They need to get the slow bleeders that are actually hurting WPAY. We need to get those out. Figure out a way to get those out, and we're doing perfectly fine. And now I also know that those are the most volatile stocks, so that's what's going to be what actually pays us out the most. But I'm not even complaining. Leave WPAY alone. The market just needs to rebound so we can get back in the green. I'm not worried about that. Maggie, I'm not touching this one. This is my main thing. Whenever this one drops, if NVIDIA drops and we get that nice drop in the market I've been looking for, I will back the literal Ram TRX truck in. I will pull the margin out and I will slam down on Maggie because I do believe in the tech sectors. I believe in the tech stock. Look what this thing has done for us in the past. Just take a look at Oh, it's actually open right here. Take a look at Maggie. Just Maggie itself. We're not even, not Maggie, sorry. Mag. That's what I need to be looking at. Mags. Not Maggie. I want the actual ETF, not the weekly pay. Take a look at Mags. Look at the 5-year chart. Just looking back 2 years, look how this thing has performed. I want one of these pullbacks. Now, do I want really one of those $2? No, because I don't want my portfolios to drop 40%. But I would love for one of these. I am backing the literal Ram TRX. I am pulling the mortgage out of my house that I do not have out, and I'm buying this. I am pulling my kid's 403B entire plan of a kid that I don't even have yet to buy Max, to buy Maggie, because I do believe in these tech sectors. I believe in this AI space, and we're going to do great things in it. It's projected to do amazing things. Elon Musk is projected to get $1 billion, or is it $1 trillion? $1 trillion, whatever, in the next 10 years if he gets Tesla stock to a certain amount. I believe in the sector. So I just want to let you guys know. The main thing is that I'm going to be changing up the strategy so that way, we have better buy and entry prices. But it's just been a while since I updated you guys with the video. I have not updated the tracker. I have not updated all the dividends. I've gotten paid from all of these this past week. I have not updated it. So nothing really much to go about it. But just to show you guys, we're not looking good. I mean, I'm sure you guys, here's the 1 week, we're looking down $3,000. The 1 month, we're down $6,000. The 3 months, we're down $6,000. Year to date, we're down $6,000. Year, we're down $6,000. So yeah, that's a portfolio. I do need to make a video. I have not updated you guys on the managed investing account though. We do need to still make a video about this one, the managed investing, and also the retirement, the auto robot, managed Roth IRA. I need to get a video about that. I've been slammed, you guys. School's been absolutely draining me lately, but. Turn the screen share off. That's going to pretty much do it for the video. I mean, that's a strategy. I want to go over some market news, just talk about a couple things, show you guys what my portfolio is looking like, to let you guys know, hey, you're not the only one that's down. I'm also down I am not afraid to show my losses because, I'm a human. I make mistakes. I make dumb trades. I make dumb sales. I say I want to do one thing and I completely do a whole nother thing. Just simply how I am as a person. I'm 22 years old. I'm gonna make mistakes, but guess what? I'm gonna learn from them. I'm gonna keep buying at the market. I'm gonna DCA down, and we're gonna look back at this and we're gonna say, hey, 2025 was actually the bear market, and we just didn't realize it. We were just so optimistic. We didn't realize 2025 was the actual bear market. In 2027, we're absolutely printing money. We're making $5,000 every single month from literal weekly pay ETFs, HOOW, POTW, WPAY's paying for our literal children's tuition to go to Harvard and Yale. Even though we're not going to Harvard and Yale unless they get a scholarship, we're going to a community college, if we even go to college, because, I should be setting my kids up very, strategically so they don't even have to go to college. They can simply just work in whatever business that I have. But, that's for a later time to talk about. But until next time, you guys, I hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Make sure you go spend some time with your kids because the market's not good to look at right now. It's going to run your blood pressure up. It's going to make you go eat foods that you don't want to eat. And it's going to make you be a fat couch potato and watch NFL and watch the Cowboys lose every single week. Don't do it, you guys. Until next time, I'll catch you guys here soon. And I love you. Take care.